Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Abeer's Book Reviews, and today I'll be reviewing this book, Kleptopia, How Dirty Money is Conquering the World by Tom Burgis. So just by the subheading of this book, you'll probably have a good idea what this is about. It is about dirty money, or as the derivative of the title some of you might have been able to guess, which is kleptocracy. And kleptocracy is basically a system where the people with a lot of money and a lot of power use those resources to exploit their country. So you might think that these are from times past. We don't really have those systems anymore. We are a modern society. We're developed. We're far beyond this. But the book is an amazing piece of investigative journaling, and it goes to show you that the things you thought were past us, or maybe even fiction, are very much real, and the people who are described in the book are very much real, and some of them are still out and about, and some of their colleagues are still out and about and doing business as usual. So what am I talking about? Well, in context of the book, it talks about a few select group of people with a lot of money and a lot of power and a lot of influence over their country's political, economic resources, their natural resources, and how this group of people uses their power and influence for their own benefit, how they put hundreds of millions of dollars in their own pockets, how they rule entire countries. And so that is basically the gist of the book. I don't want to get too much into it, and I'll give you the main reason for that. And that is because this book feels like fiction. And, you cannot go too in-depth into a fiction book without ruining it. And the reason I say it feels like fiction is because it does. You would not think, going into this blind and reading it throughout, you would not think that it is a work of investigative journaling. You would end up thinking that it is a work of fiction because it reads so eloquently and all the details are so precise, and just the overall structure of how the author has written about these characters, and how this is a style which you also see in a lot of James Patterson books. He is one of my favorite authors of all time. Is that there are multiple parallel timelines of multiple authors, and sometimes this timeline intersects with this one intersects with that one, but in the end, or towards the end, they all converge into one big plot point, or a big twist. So that is how the book reads. You do not think that it is a piece that it is investigative journaling, but it is, and that is why I do not want to get too much into it, because I think that would ruin the experience for you if any of you do decide to pick it up. But that is just the gist of the book. People with a lot of power, a lot of influence, exploiting the countries, exploiting other countries even. There are some people in Russia, there's some in the US, surprising. There's some in Canada, there's some in Britain, there's some in Germany, and one of the main ones are the Kazakhstani president and his family. I don't know if president is the right word, or if that guy even is the current president. And the reason I say the president is not the correct word is because they say he's a democratically elected president, but this book goes into a lot of detail as to why he is not a democratically elected president, and why this person that I'm talking about is actually a dictator in every sense of the word. So yeah, it talks about how these people navigate their everyday lives and their business decisions, and what companies they run and how they run them, and how they take advantage of world events, how they take advantage of elections going on in certain countries, how they take advantage of or how they took advantage of the 2008 financial crash, how the Swiss bankers profited from it, and how the people who have money stored in offshore bank accounts and private entities, and how they benefited from the 2008 financial crash. It is a very, very heavy book, but you will not get bored any even once while reading it, and that is because it is written so well. So I think this book is one of the best I've read so far this year, and that is because of the amazing way it is written. The content is heavy, yes, but it is presented to you in such a way that you do not get bored. It is very interesting to learn about this stuff, and it is very educational and very informational. And the book does not hold back. It goes against even some of the more popular people in modern history. One example is of Donald Trump, the former US president. The book also goes after him at certain points for being a part of this kleptocracy, but I don't want to spoil too much. So here it is, the book once again. Highly interesting read. It is very heavy with the content, but you will enjoy it no matter what. You will not regret buying this. That is a certainty. So yeah, I think that is pretty much all that I want to share about the book. Again, not sharing too much because I don't want to ruin it for you, because it is a great read. You'll get through this book. It's a pretty big book. I don't remember the exact pages. It's about 400 or so pages, but you'll get through it in a matter of a couple of days, because that's how interesting it is. So yeah, that's it for the review. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit the like button. If you're new and haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel to keep receiving more videos like this one. I have been Abeer Rao, and thanks for watching.